I think for looking at the questions, I thought most of them were just kind of setting up the baseline. So just telling the story backwards, because you can't just start something and just have a person there and be like, okay, now we're just going to delve into everything. You have to have a background with it. So. I was brought up in an American family. I was brought up in American culture, not, Hispanic, Polish, Lithuanian culture. It was just American culture. So the only thing I know is what I've learned in school and just a little bit more outside of that. I mean, my family is my family. I mean, they were wonderful. You can't ask for anything better. It's not like they put me in an abusive home or anything like that. So I asked my parents when I was 5 or 6, like preschool, kindergarten age, because I knew I was different. I didn't look like them at all. I guess it's more the little things, like the visual of it. I want to know who had curly hair, who am I going to look like when I get older, where did some of these mannerisms come from that I have, whether they were something is it innate, or if it's something that is it like nature or is it nurture? Quirks that I have. Sometimes it can make me feel when people ask me, "Oh, what's your ethnicity? Oh, who do you know your parents?" Or, when they get just right off the bat, I don't even know these people. Sometimes they'll just ask, "Who is Cherokee? Your mother or your father?" They just get into these questions right away without knowing my name. I have to say, as beneficial as I think adoption is, I don't think I would adopt a child. I would not put a child up for adoption. That's my viewpoint on it. Just because part of it, being adopted, it's hurt my psyche throughout growing up. It's not. It kind of strained me, because knowing very young, you just start to really do need a sense of belonging, because you look at your parents and say, wow, they love me unconditionally and I love them, but we don't look anything alike. You just get. You also get very nosy people, and they don't mean to, but they say cruel things just by being ignorant, and there's nothing you can do about that. But I don't think I would want another child to go through that. Whereas my sister, she was adopted also. The sister of the family that I grew up with, she was adopted also. Doesn't even bother her. She has no desire to find her birth family, whereas I do. I want to know who has curly hair. I mean, it's something that I have every single day. I wake up, I have it, but I don't know who has it. Was it my grandmother, grandfather? Who was it? I mean, just something so simple, something iconographic that is a part of me as a person. I have no clue where it came from. And so those are the reasons that I want to find out. It's not questions to ask, why did you give me up, or what was your reason? I'm not concerned about that. Reasons are reasons, it's just the little things. Maybe they could be thought of as superficial, but I think that's a good segue into figuring out much more. When it comes to that point when you start to think of a legacy or what you're going to give your children or anything like that, I would like to have a history behind just what started when I was born. Because you don't know anything and it's very truncated. So I'd like to know that there's something larger than myself, and then this sense of belonging to a whole. I guess that would be the overarching thing, which is much more personal for me to finally know, like, oh, this is where I belong, or at least this is where I came from. Maybe they shun me and want nothing to do with me, but this is where I came from, so at least I know that answer to that question. I mean, it'd be nice to be friends, or at least be able to talk to them once. I've never thought of that in all these years. I mean, I've known that I was adopted since I was probably 4 or 5, so it's 20 years. I've never even thought of that question. What would I ask? I don't even know. I think I would ask if he ever missed me.